How y'all doing today? Welcome to Shockley Built, where we build it, we don't buy it. Today, let's get this $1,500 marketplace find refurbished well enough to use and probably use for several years. Y'all stay tuned. All right, I'm back. You know how it is. You're always cruising around on Facebook Marketplace and looking for them good deals. I think I found one. You can see it. Well, yeah, here it is. Got me an enclosed trailer. 1,500 bucks. There's no holes in the roof. Can't say that about the outside, about the sides. It's had a rough life. Most importantly, the steel channel that goes around right here, it is broke. Lock handle's broke. This thing's not in too great a shape. Looks like a couple of screws on that. But you can see right here, all these welds are broke loose on this one right here, and the aluminum has been hit a bunch. It's been coming loose at the bottom down there. Some new screws in that aluminum, beat it out a little bit, weld that piece back in on. We're gonna have to let this go. This ain't no great trailer, and I'm a fairly good driver. I don't think I'm gonna hit nothing, but you just don't know. I gotta move that E-track up. I want to put a counter, working counter right here. Something I gotta put a little bathroom stall, like a little porta-potty, because our next project that I'm doing is a big project, and I won't be able to work here. I need to be able to take all my tools with me to go work there. The back door is a good heavy-duty built door. What do you think? It's pretty solid. Like I say, it's not, let's just be honest, it's not no high-dollar trailer. Definitely needs some freaking work. What has he got this holding it up? No, it ain't holding nothing. I'm gonna weld all them little things. Oh, they're all broke over here. No, they're not. Just the bottom two. That bottom one on the bottom right there is bent. And I mean, it's bent bad. I have to see what we can do about that. Tire got oil on the inside. Oh, it's got all 14-ply tires on it. Good tires on it. I mean, good looking tires. But this old wheel right here is put on backwards. The spare is, for some reason. I need to do a little investigating on that. They're not all matching tires, but they are a 14-ply rating. Them tires ought to last me a long time. Let's walk around on this side. Tail lights work, brakes work, pulls good. It's about an hour ride over to pick it up and bring it back, and an hour to come back, an hour each way. Pull good on the way back. Mount some extension ladder. Well, no, I can't, because this trailer's already at the width. I'll have to figure out some mounts on the inside for the ladders. I don't know how much I'm gonna do to it, to be honest. There may not be a whole lot that I do to it on the inside other than just whatever can temporarily go up. But it's gonna work good for this project I got coming up, and I'll just decide from there what I'll do with it. So let's get to it. Get back with y'all in a little bit. I was so happy to find this enclosed trailer. It's a 8.5 foot by 20 foot with the flat front. Right here, the locking bar is bent, so I had to bend it back. Had to put a locking latch in for it because it was broke off. And that was just in that board I put in for support. It just felt to me like angled like that. It got closer to the side framing and would hold a little better if somebody went to yanking on it. So it worked out good. The handle had a broke off screw in it, missing another one. It's seen its fair share of use, and got it all ready to go back together. I had to try to bend the cast aluminum handle, which didn't work, so I wound up cutting it. It took a few times of adjusting in and out, back and forth to get it to work just right. But you can see I already had it cut, and it worked out good after that. So then it come around to the front. You can see this front corner, how bad it was hit and bent. I decided to pull that front cap off, that front aluminum piece of the cap off, and had to cut that square tubing in two because I couldn't bend it. It wasn't welded to the trailer. It was bent pretty bad, so I decided to just cut it. There you see I'm cutting it right there, but I got it cut out, kind of put back about where it needs to be, and just welded it together in the back. Put a little piece of a flat metal I had in the front to connect it back. It was some bad damage. I don't know what he hit. He said he hit a deer. I guess it's possible, but it looked to me like he hit a bollard or something, to be honest with you. Had to weld the square tubing cracked up. It had to weld back on it too. It was just a lot of damage. I mean, it almost shouldn't have been fixed, but for me, I'd rather put some time into it, because if I was charging somebody for this repair, I mean, it would have put the cost of the trailer up to what you could have bought one for, a nice used one for. But for my time, I could put a little time into it, and I was fine with it. Used the C-clamp to pull that channel back over closer to inline before I welded it. Of course, I had to go on the inside and weld all of it back. But the whole trailer was just flexing real bad. I could see it in my rearview mirror when I was pulling it home, how bad it was flexing on the road. Speaking of which, though, the trailer pulls great. It really does. So after I made all the structural repairs, I took the sheeting on a piece of some cardboard folded up and actually got it fairly straight. I mean, it surprised me how it turned out. My dad come down a little while, close to dark, and couldn't believe it how good it looked. And yes, it probably would have been better to put new on it, but it's just not worth putting the money into this trailer. It's rough. Structurally, it's a good trailer now, but cosmetically, it's just not worth the time and money to try to make it look good. It's just not worth reskinning the whole trailer. For what I need, I'm just going to use it as it is, because it's just for going to to my job site at the lake house, or the future lake house. Let's put it that way. And so this is the end of day one working on it, and got the front cap, got the door done, and got the front cap put back together. As you can see, it had a few little cracks here and there, but I will get it, definitely get it caulked up. And there you have it. All right, I had me a doctor's appointment this morning, so I'm getting a little late start today. Of course, working nights, I wake up late anyhow, but this morning I woke up fairly early, and I could have got a lot done. So I got this bar bent back straight yesterday. This is still bent pretty bad, but it works. This trailer had a very rough life before me. I will never get it to look like new. It's not worth the money. So what I'm doing is just getting everything functional. I put this big old board because this door is kind of flimsy feeling, and I put this is locked, but I put this latch on it so that, oh, and I got the doorknob screw back, the door latch screw back on so it holds. That's it. So it will come around a lock with the puck lock. That's good to go. Get some air going in there. Well, let's show you this. So I took this part off. I fixed the structure. I fixed the metal structure behind here that was bent bent real bad. The welds were broke on that across there, and one side or the other. I can't remember which side up there. I got these bottom little wings straightened out. It's not great. Not at all. But it's very functional. Like I say, I just need this watertight. There's no holes in the roof. There's a little crack on one little side at the top and the back, but that's gonna be real easy to fix. Caulk this couple of, there's a split over there and a split right there. That piece of trim across there, re-caulk it across the top so water won't go down in there. I'm missing trim here and there. You know, it just is what it is. But got that done. Today, what we're gonna do is build this 5 foot wide work counter, a 1 foot deep by 5 foot wide, like 3, maybe 4 shelves on it. We're gonna wait and see what I come up with. And I'll stand up. Build the stall for the porta-potty. Because I will be out there at extended times, and I do not have facilities available at this time. It's not worth the money for a, what do you call them? The portable toilet deals. It's just not worth the money that them things cost. I got some E-track left over from my toy hauler. I got 2 pieces. I think it's what, 8 foot long pieces. 2 of them. So I'm gonna cut in half, have 2 4 foot pieces. I'm sorry, 4 4 foot pieces. And I'll put 1, 2, 3, 4. That way I can tie down the golf cart, the 4-wheelers, the whatever might be hauled in here. And I can get some more of that E-track later if I find a need. I took that piece of E-track off where this shelf and counter is gonna be. Or I say shelf, the shelves and counter. And I put it right here. Move this one down. That's for the taller stuff, like I'm fixing to get my miter saw stand out and cut all this, be cutting this wood. That miter saw stand will stand up right there and then be strapped top and bottom, most likely, because the table saw will be there, and the strap around the table saw will get that stand as well. I got some flashing in there. I'm gonna go ahead and cut 6 foot long. It's 2 foot wide flashing. Cut it 6 foot long. Cut it in half so it'll be a 1 foot by 6 foot piece, and put in them toe front corners, because I got one of the pieces, but it's been being thrown around in that trailer for no telling how long, beat up and everything. So why is this lighting so bad? All right, but I'll get that flashing in the corners too pretty quick. Let me get the miter saw set up and I'll go from there. So let's get to it. All right, start out day 2. Set up the miter saw. I unload some of the wood, as you can see. But anyways, it needed cleaning real bad. The compartment right there for the spare tire was slapped full of trash and junk, and it was just bad. You can see right there on the back right corner of the trailer, I already had the E-track moved from the front left corner where the workbench is going. I got those set up. They worked out pretty good yesterday. Yes, I'm recording this a little late, but anyways, all right, right here I'm cutting out the it's white flashing that I buy from where I buy my vinyl siding materials at, and that's just some leftover I had from the apartment build inside the shop, and it worked out real good for them corners. The one of the pieces was left in the trailer, but it had been thrown around and beat up, and it was just too rough to put up. And I had remembered that flashing, and it worked out great. And it's 24-inch wide material, so I just cut it down the middle for 12-inch wide, and it was just absolute perfect size for those inside corners. So I start the workbench. I did buy some 2x4s and 1x2s, and the 1x12 for the shelving. But the plywood top was just pieces of plywood I had left over, which kind of dictated the size of the workbench, to be honest with you. And then I also had some plywood that my aunt had gave me. She got from her work, and I don't know what kind of plywood it was, but it was about a 1/4 inch thick, but it was hard, and it was layers, just like plywood is. It looked like it was about a 4-ply plywood, and I just don't know what it was. But it worked out great, and that was for to enclose where the port-a-potty would be. And unfortunately, the batteries went dead, and I didn't realize it, and I was so busy and so into it and going. By the time I realized the battery had done died on the GoPro, it was too late to start back, so I just went ahead and finished up this night. And there's that little piece of plywood. I actually used that driving the scissor lift on while I was building the shop about 4 years ago. And I just been using it around. Use it outside a few times to drive the scissor lift on when I was working on outside the shop, running cameras or lights or things of that nature. But it's repurposed, and it's found a good use. What else have I got going on in here? That's the little piece of plywood just for that little filler where it angles, where it's curved. And I found it that I built the workbench deeper than that piece of plywood was what really happened. I wanted to go ahead and make it just a little bit bigger. I actually looked up the measurements on some vehicles that I have, just in case I need to go get a vehicle. Once I put the tie downs in the floor, attach them to the floor, I can actually use this to go pick up a vehicle if I need to. That's the closest trailer available. Mainly because it's already got a ramp on it. Pretty doggone heavy duty ramp too, to be honest with you. It's heavy. One mistake I made. The ceiling is not screwed up tight. I guess over all the years of being used, I had to tighten up all the screws in the ceiling, and it raised it up about a 1/2 inch. So the wall I built for the porta-potty beside the workbench doesn't come to the ceiling, but it is what it is. So I just did a basic 1x12, 5 foot wide by 5 foot tall shelf, 4 shelves, and I did put in new wood for the bottom shelf. I could have made a 5 shelf if I'd used the floor of the enclosed trailer, but I could always go get some more 1x12s and add another shelf if I need to. Everything is wood glued and screwed. I used that one's a 1x4 on the bottom, and on the top, but the two middle shelves is 1x6, just for the ledge to keep stuff from falling out. So far it's been working out good. I've only, like I say, I used it yesterday the first time, and it's working out good. Use pieces of angle iron, angle iron brackets, I should say, to attach it to the walls. I can shake the whole trailer by pulling on it, shaking on it. Put 3 pieces of angle, I think, on each shelf, on the top, on those 3 shelves. It's also screwed to the 2x4s of the workbench, so it's in there. There's just enough room for the front corner of a car to nose by it. It'd be tight, but you know, if you're in a tight and you need it, you got it. I'm keeping this trailer more open than anything. I bought some Klein mod boxes. I've got two sets that I'll be using for all my tools, and I can just ratchet up to the wall, to the E-track, while I'm driving. But I can haul my lawnmower, I can load 4-wheeler or my dad's golf cart in it. You know, it's just a lot of different stuff we can use going back and forth to the lake property. And it's getting close to the point of the battery going dead, but here I am cutting the 1x2s. I used the Craig system for attaching it, and it did okay. I mean, these 1x2s I bought was just real dry. Gave me a few little problems at first. I had to adjust. Instead of going with the 3/4 depth, I had to go with the 5/8 depth settings on the Craig, and that worked out best. But like I say, everything's wood glued and screwed, and it worked out great. All right, we're back from closing. Got us a lakefront property. It's gonna be a big project over the next few years. This is what I got done last night. Let's see. Let's put this right there. That'll stay. Got this E-track left to put down, to tie down golf carts, 4-wheelers, things of that nature. This is some vise left over from the Auburn house, because I didn't do a lot of work there, but I had it. There ain't no telling what I might need to hold. I could get this place I need to mount it. So we're gonna try it out. Just some old plywood that I had. This is some old plywood that was my aunt got one day when she was leaving work. They was throwing it away. She got a bunch of it. I don't know what kind of plywood it is, but it's hard, smooth, flat. Worked out good. I didn't do a full door. Number one, I didn't buy enough of the 1x2s. But I kind of wanted a little airy space because it's small. But this will be like traveling down the road while I'm working in here. You still got full access to come in and out the door. But you need to use it. That's a tight fit right there. There you go. Full access. Got my toilet paper holders mounted. Spare toilet paper. Then, while you're using it, you have that door right there closed, of course. You got that. You got plenty of room. Let's see. Yeah, plenty of room. All these screws were loose in the roof because I measured and I didn't realize it. I didn't check. My fault. But that's the reason there's this much gap right here. Can you see it? Yeah. But it's just fine and dandy. Everything, all joints are wood glued, screwed. I should have took the time of putting it down the floor, but this one ain't too bad really. Looks a little rough, but it would have been nice to put a new floor down, but just didn't do it. Let's go look at the front before it gets too dark. Front cap turned out pretty good. This was the side that was real bad, being in bad. All the metal structure was broke back behind here and up here. Got a little bit of a crack right there. I need to fill in with some caulk or some spray foam. I'll do that one day. It's just raining. Can't do it now, but I'll do that one day next week, early in the week before I go out there. What else? That's that. All right, well, that's that. We got that project done. It's out here in the dark, but I'll make do. Y'all, hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm glad to get this thing done. I wanted an enclosed trailer for a long time, but I just can't see spending the money that they want for them. So, you know, $1,500 marketplace fine. Got it looking plenty good enough, I think. You know, just an old work trailer. It ain't nothing special. You know, I'm just gonna be hauling all my work tools in it, building on the lake lot we're getting. So that's that. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Y'all stay tuned. We got a lot to come. Y'all have a great day. Remember, build it, don't buy it.